Welcome to today's edition of our magazine Focus, which will be all about art. Art can take many forms: writing, painting, music, and much more. First, we will follow the story of Pablo, a young man who combines writing with structures in an art form called installations. Next, we will see how art can help us find ourselves, and not always in the most conventional way.
Art can take many forms: painting, writing, movement, sound. Sometimes it doesn't need to be understood. It simply helps us disconnect from the noise and reconnect with ourselves. Today we follow the story of Pablo, a young writer who found in art not just a passion, but a path to rediscover who he really is. Pablo has loved art since childhood. Influenced by his father's passion for Spanish literature, he read classic poets early on. At 17, he began exploring art on his own and discovered installations, his favorite form of expression. Installations use various elements arranged in a space to create immersive interactive experiences for viewers. Pablo began combining it with writing, something that is hard to exhibit in a museum on its own, but by merging it with the structures and technology, he found a new way to express himself. This made him want to go deeper into the world of art. Now, he's going to tell us how it all started when he arrived in Vienna.
When I arrived, I studied at the Technical University, and I received one day an invitation to join an artist collective. So it was a great opportunity for me, and I decided to continue with this project, which led me to my next project, which is more in connection to my home country.
Pablo received an invitation from a friend of his who works as a software developer in the Art Relations Department of the University of Seville. He introduced Pablo to a hackathon project involving art and technology. It's an intensive event, usually lasting 1 or several days, where people with different backgrounds come together to develop ideas, solutions, or prototypes around a specific challenge or theme.
I got very lucky to find myself working with two great teachers. I'm also lucky to be working with one of my professors, which was the one that gave us the idea of creating this project. Overall, I'm really satisfied with how things are going, and I expect to continue with art, even if it's as a side hustle or even if it's something recreational. But I think that there is a great future in this.
Pablo had the opportunity to exhibit his most significant project to date, one that defines his artistic vision. It's a collection of texts representing various elements that shape what makes us human. Each text is inspired by one of these pieces, inviting us to see ourselves reflected in the fragments that define us. Pablo's story reminds us that art is always moving, shifting, evolving, offering new paths. It's not just about expressing something beautiful, but about understanding ourselves a little more with each word, each piece, each attempt. In the end, art isn't a destination, it's a way of continuing the search.
That was quite an interesting story. Now, let's dive into the world of jewelry and the art of craftsmanship. Lara Wurzer is a young jeweler creating beautiful pieces infused with creativity and passion. She shows us how emotion and intuition play a big role in her work and why goldsmithing is an art worth valuing. Jewelry making, the art of creating something from scratch or giving old pieces a new life. Lara is a freelance jewelry maker and creates beautiful pieces for others to enjoy and cherish. Her work is influenced by her surroundings, emotions and intuition, making every jewelry personal and a piece of art.
Ja, das fasziniert mich total. Die war auch in der Ausbildung immer sehr inspiriert oder fasziniert von den technischen Übungen, also gar nicht nur das Kreative. Und ich finde, das ist am Goldschmiedehandwerk so schön, weil es ein Kunsthandwerk ist und genau das ist die Balance irgendwie. Also es ist Kunst mit drin, aber es ist auch dieses handwerkliche, technische mit drin.
Sustainability is a top priority for Lara. While making everything herself and paying attention to the material, she creates new life by recycling old jewelry into new one.
Wenn es um Silber oder Gold geht oder Edelsteine, gibt es gewisse Zertifikate, auf die man schauen kann. Bei Silber ist es richtig schön, weil es einen Zyklus verfolgt. Also du kannst die Dinge, die du nicht brauchst, mehr einschmelzen wieder und daraus neues Material herstellen. Auch wenn du schon Schmuckstücke hast, manchmal kommen Leute mit alten Schmuckstücken, die kann man wieder neu umformen, einschmelzen, was Neues kreieren. Das ist allein schon sehr nachhaltig.
Her hands are the most important tools for her work. Yet, Lara hasn't thought about what would happen if one day she wouldn't be able to use them anymore. However, she finds it important to not only rely on jewelry making, but also plans on exploring different directions for her future. Currently, she's also studying art therapy and learns how to approach art intuitively. Lara often used to make sketches and drawings and planned ahead the jewelry she wanted to create. With art therapy, she started trying a different approach.
Das lerne ich auch gerade im Schmuck machen, einfach dem Prozess vertrauen und gar nicht mit viel vorher entwerfen, sondern einfach mal reingehen. Es funktioniert, ich arbeite ja auch viel mit Wachscarving, das funktioniert in dem Prozess wunderbar, weil ich da einfach mit dem Material spielen kann, in Dialog gehen damit. Und ja, das ist so ein bisschen mein Ansatz.
Every piece is created with care and love. And while the jewelry has its price, it is handmade and produced with quality, which is important to Lara.
Viele Leute, die ihr ganzes Herzblut in ihre Produkte stecken, und daneben ist ein Stand, wo die das im Ausland produzieren lassen. Und es ist einfach voll wichtig, dass man ja, das Handwerk schätzt. Ich glaube, das kommt auch gerade wieder voll. Aber ja, dass man da in den Dialog kommt und auch fragt, wenn man was nicht versteht. Und ja, somit das Handwerk wieder ein bisschen mehr in die Sichtbarkeit bringt.
Art is special in any way or form, and jewelry making isn't only about the creation of pretty accessories. Every piece is special and unique in its own way, and instead of purchasing cheap options, one should consider the artist behind the work and value the handcraft of jewelry making. Now we will meet a new singer called Victoire, who just released her first song 1 month ago. We are going to find out why she started her career and what her mission for the world is.
If it will benefit you, if that's all I had to do, I'll give up.
I met a new artist named Victoire who released her first song on 1 month ago called Rotten. I wanted to ask, why do people want to be artists? Why art is so important to them, so they completely go for it and try to turn their art into a profession without losing creativity or any motives.
I think we can all be artists. There's definitely a spectrum, but in terms of music, like, I don't know if you consider your music your art or you put it out there, then you're an artist, I guess. Or even if you like drawing and it's not even that good, you can also be an artist. There's no real definition to it.
Because I'm in love with you.
I think it's both. Some people, they transcend your ego with music. For example, Pink Floyd. It's like when you listen to them, you know they understood something more than we did. And it's like they're giving you a message of not follow the society and go on your own plan and everything. But art can also just be a creative outlet for someone who wants to escape their day-to-day routine, I guess.
'Cause I'm in love with...
I mean, the style of music that I do is not something revolutionary, I guess. It's more talking about breakups and love and everything. So I think it is a message maybe of hope for someone who is going through a breakup. But I think I want to go into a genre that helped me when I was a teenager. So yeah, I guess it is giving a message.
In conclusion, Victoire just felt like it. She wanted to be an artist since very long, and here she is, releasing her first song and not her last. Art is a way to express, to transmit, and to translate things by other bias than language. For example, with emotion. And some people are ready to do everything to accomplish this mission.
If it will benefit you, if that's all I had to do.
Today we learned a lot about different forms of art and the passion that is connected to it. Art has no limitations, and it's all about expressing one's feeling, living out one's creativity, and most importantly, following one's heart. So, thank you very much for watching, and until next time.